What if I told you that the opposite of what we were taught is actually true? In this case, what if I told you that resting, that maybe even doing nothing but just being, is the power move to get you to the next level in your business or in your career? Here at like Aligned Entrepreneurs and our Life Unlimited communities, right? Like this was one of the keys for me to move in from that grinding and that chasing and that forcing, right? The shut up and do it mindset of every single day, doing the things that I knew I was supposed to do. And I would see the success. So I continued to chase and to grind and to imprison myself in all of those activities and all of the Zoom meetings and priorities. Like, what if doing the opposite of that was the key? I took 18 months off as a sabbatical from my business. And it was during that time I started to do the opposite of what I felt I needed to do. So one of those things where if I was completely overwhelmed and had so much going on and so much to do and so much to follow up on and all these things, what if I did the opposite? What if I took 30 minutes and meditated and took 30 minutes and just stared off into nature and did nothing but just listen to music? What if I then started a practice of yoga? What if I then had in that moment? Here's a great story. I'm gonna give Beardy Brandon, right, all the credit in the world for Bigger Pockets, right? He said once that his biggest power move in his business was never ever missing a weekly massage, because in that massage appointment, that's where he came up with all of his big ideas, right? Is envisioning and all the things like where he would soar his business. That's where he came up with his fund of funds to do all the big acquisitions. That's where he came up with his charity and nonprofit stuff. Like, this is the key that we don't believe in this Western culture, where we're just so put on a pedestal when you grind and hustle and you listen to all the motivational speakers of like, get back out there, stand back up one more time. Like, there's a part for that, but there's also the part of, what if you feeling inclined to going for a walk today, which is the opposite of all the things that are pecking at you and maybe living in that scarcity or that fear because your bank account's going to zero, right? You know what that feels like because we've all been there. What if the key to unlocking all the success and all the abundance and all the money and the flow and the attraction is by you going on that walk today in nature, or by you sitting on the beach and staring off into the waves, or you looking at the stars, or you just sitting doing nothing but listening to music and sipping some coffee? What if it's in that moment that idea, the multi-million-dollar idea comes to you? Or it's in that moment you get that download that says, this was the thing I'm supposed to be doing right now. Oh, that's how to solve that problem. Oh, that's how to bring myself to another $1 million in my accounts this year. Or that is the why behind why I was doing this in the first place. I don't need to have this branch or this department or do this thing anymore, bang my head against a wall, which frees up all of this other energy to do that which I'm more inclined and more excited about. You get to make that choice every single day. What if resting, what if doing nothing is your power move to get to the next level? What would that even look like? Comment a little heart or butterfly down below if this is you, or just comment me, or like, what's your comment? Tell me about what shows up for you. What resistance shows up? If it's resistance when you hear this from me, I'd love to hear that too, right? Like, what's the negative? What's the narrative that you've been fed, that you've been taught, and your limiting belief around what resting or doing nothing or doing something for you even looks like? I'd love to hear it below. Maybe that is what's keeping you from hitting that next level. Thanks for being a follower. Thanks for listening.